Hello tankers, I'm Major Hawkins, welcome to my channel. This is the 50TP Prototyp. The 50TP Prototyp was a reward from a clan event last year in 2022, where the clan event this year featured the Waffle Tractor in the special edition, and you could also get this one actually. So I don't expect this to come out in the stores to be able to buy for gold on a regular basis. If you get your chance to get a hand on it, I would definitely recommend it. I have it on both my accounts, and this is actually not a review of the tank, but I'm just going short over the features of it. Compared to the 50TP in the tech tree, there really isn't a comparison. First of all, it's much more slim and it's much more mobile. This tank here, with the right provisions, i.e. the gear oil, will actually be the fastest heavy tank in the entire game. The AMX 50B goes up to 50 km per hour. This goes actually up to 52 km per hour and reverse of 19. So it is the fastest, most nimblest heavy tank in the game. The gun is 440. The hull armor is not much to write about. The upper hull is Troll. The lower hull is pretty much auto-pen. It cannot side scrape. The turret is really strong. And this little driver's hatch here is really easy to pen frontally. And the sides here are auto ricochets, but if you angle just a little bit, you can actually shoot the sides of it as well. So it's a bit weird on the hull, and yeah, drive it more as a medium than a heavy tank. The replay here I have for you is just a replay I had on my free-to-play account. Yeah, I have it on my free-to-play account as well, because I actually prioritized to get it there because it's such a good tank. So on Castilla here, let me pause just for a second. If you see here, I'm up with the Fechtemester, which means a champion of sword fighting. Anyway, that's his name, from my clan, and he's driving the Jaffa 204, which is a medium. Normally, when you're in a platoon, support each other. And the way we're supporting each other here in Castilla is that he's going up on the Monastery Hill, and I'm going up on Heavy Hill. The problem here is that we have a M4A1 Revoluise is platooning with an IS-5. And the Revoluise is actually going with the heavy side here. As I said, drive it as a medium, so I could go up on the other side. But if I were to do that since I'm high tier and we have a T-30 up against us, the T-30 I counted as a heavy tank more than a tank destroyer. So him together with the T-34 and the VK-168, I would anticipate him to come over here. Look at our HVK down here. He doesn't go light hill or medium hill either. The T-30 just shot him and the Conqueror just shot him, so the HVK is dead. The only tank going up on the Castilla Hill is my toolmate. Wow. So the Revoluise on our team is actually camping in the back playing a TD. And as you see here, if you only go on one side, you can very easily be crossfired from the heavy hill here, if you can hit your shots. So the beginning of this game is not very interesting. It's actually a bit of a lackluster because the enemy has 3 medium tanks and all 3 of them actually do it right and go up on the right side. I try to stay in cover from the medium hill in this rock here. I know the T-30 is off to the left and I know the Conqueror is over there. So just get a last shell off with my tungsten. Yeah, it features tungsten as well. Guess why it's one of my favorite heavy-ish tanks. It's really great. I've been driving it quite a lot the last couple of days, and actually I was struggling yesterday with keeping up on win rate. Did around 3000 damage per game, but I just, even in tier 10 I struggled. I had tier 10 tanks doing 1 shot of damage and dying. Look at these 2 men here now. They're in platoon, full health both of them, and now they're pushing downhill. And actually the Revoluise here, he stays up here. I don't understand. Because you will get crossfired from the other hill and also from the 168 in the back. I get an unlucky shot there on a track grid, just on the outside. And I actually go in here because I know the 168 is off to my right. So I want to stay safe from him if he was pushing around. So he couldn't shoot me. And since we lost the medium hill totally, we have to push this way. So actually we're doing it right. But the problem is that the Revoluise is a 1-shot, the IS-5 is a 1-shot. So they were both full health like 30 seconds ago. And I pushed a little bit too far out, and you see that the 50TP Prototyp cannot side scrape. Again, my aiming is off, not the tank's fault. The gun handling on this tank is actually really good. You might be able to see that on the aim circle. The gun handling is much better than it is on the 50TP in the tech tree. I don't want to drive into this guy here. And this game was actually recorded before I changed the the provision to the gear oil, so that's why I'm a little bit on the slow side reversing. Now I'm getting blocked by the SMV, and I was actually complaining about that. But he backs up so I can get around here. The Yo is doing a fine job. He cleared the Conway, and now he's clearing the P44 Pantera. So it looks like it's able to win here. Though we have two tanks are one shots, and we have the SMV who is a 2-3 shot-ish. So I'm turning around because the other side is dead. I have not seen the T-34 in the game at all, so I'm anticipating somebody's coming up through the cab area. And now you see he's off to the right here. So the T-34 must have been the one in the cab. I cannot stay out in the open, so I'm just banging up behind this rock here, or this house here, to stay in cover. There's no reason staying out in the open while you reload, because you're just presenting yourself to the enemy. There's no reason to do that. I am exposing a lot of my tank, but since I'm pre-aiming the way I did, I should be able to get the shot off before he could aim in on me. I'm trying to do a little side scrape here. As I said, it's not a thing it can do. So now I lost the IS-5, and only the Yo and me are left, and I'm not very healthy. HE on the side here, almost 600. That was a really great shot. He actually pens me in my upper hull, I think, on my driver's hatch. Yeah, I can't pen HE and pen from the sides, from the front. So now I'm alone against these two. I actually was alone against 3, because the Yo died just before. I take a silly shot here from him. But hey, I still have 3 hit points left, so what's the problem? So the only thing I can do now is go up close and personal and try to gun block him. And yeah, it's really lucky. I'm just thinking, okay, yeah, well, I'm dead, but and you hear the main gun was damaged because he actually hit me in my main gun. So okay, now I'm dead. Yeah, full life T-34, nowhere in hell. My platoon mate, Victimist, actually tells me that this guy, he's no good, and we're discussing why. But if you this late in the game see a tank that is almost full life, that means that he hadn't seen much action. He hasn't been out fighting, but still, he only has to. He doesn't even have to sneeze at me. Just have to bump into me with 1 km per hour. I'm dead. So I'm trying to keep my distance, and actually I'm trying to get an HE in, but I realize that I can't do it before he turns his gun around. Bounces off my turret. So I blocked 20 to 200, and I did a decent game, but at 3 hit points, yeah, it's just a really weird and silly game. In the beginning, I did some poor aiming, and I did a little bit poor. I mean, I could have done it better, but since this guy is not the most clever of things, I really try to do my best to see if I can shoot underneath the Revoluise, see if I can bait a shot from him, and yep. So I know that I have around 10 seconds to get up to him. So yeah, 3 hit points is all you need, or 3 health. 6,200 and a bit. Since we just started a new season, it's actually number 1 on Hall of Fame also. Got the mastery, 2,200 blocked. Got the Kolobanov. Yeah, all these medals things. And the tank also makes credits, especially when you get all these medals. Yeah, that was a really silly game in the 50TP Prototyp. I might do a review of it, but I'll wait till it comes out for sale or in another clan event. Because if you don't have it, it's really difficult to get your hands on it. But if you get the chance, there's no doubt in my mind, you should buy it. So that's all from me, folks. Take care and have a really great day. Bye-bye.